Wraith is a flanking specialist who is able to maneuver herself and her team into the perfect position to ambush her enemies, all the while being entirely prepared to make a quick exit. So let's take a look at what makes her special, her lore and backstory, as well as some advice on getting started. Wraith has this incredible power to manipulate space-time and open rifts in the fabric of reality, but the source of her powers is a complete mystery, even to her. A few years ago, she woke up inside an IMC detention facility for the mentally ill, with no memory of her previous life. The IMC is the Interstellar Manufacturing Corporation, essentially a militaristic company who controls a massive army. They are masters at science and engineering, so it's certainly possible that Wraith's powers could have come from experimentation done by the IMC. Similar technology known as phase shifting has been used by pilots in the Titanfall games, and there was even a time travel device in the second game's campaign. It's possible that similar technology was used on Wraith, granting her these powers. However, there seems to have also been some side effects. While inside the asylum, she began hearing a distant voice in her mind, which would keep her awake for days on end. Resisting it and trying not to listen nearly drove Wraith insane. However, when she finally gave in and began to trust the voice, it helped her to harness and control her powers, and eventually escape the facility. Wraith is now determined to uncover her true identity and what happened to give her these powers. Her investigation eventually led her to the arenas used for the Apex games. These arenas are heavily guarded, but Wraith believes that there are many old research facilities buried beneath the surface, and they might hold the answers that she's looking for. So she's joined the games, and now gets closer and closer to the truth with every match. In the game, Wraith is an assassin-style character who is a master at getting in and out of combat. This lets you play her aggressively and take bigger risks than you can with most legends. Her tactical ability is Into the Void. When active, this ability lets you quickly reposition, all the while taking no damage and being harder to see. This is the ultimate get out of jail free card. Then her passive is Voices from the Void. This is a distant voice inside of her mind which warns you when danger is near. For example, if enemies are close by or if someone is aiming at you.
Danger, move.
Her ultimate is Dimensional Rift. This creates a link between two locations, through which Wraith and any other players can travel through. All of these abilities come together to make Wraith amazing at flanking the enemy and escaping if things go wrong. You can use the Dimensional Rift to move your whole team into a firefight instantly, getting the drop on unsuspecting foes. And if things don't go your way, the Rift gives you a way to quickly escape, even if you're downed. Into the Void is also fantastic at escaping when you find yourself outnumbered or in a bad position. Being able to instantly avoid damage and move to a safer location is very powerful. However, keep in mind that when it's active you can no longer see your enemies, but they can still see a faint trail that marks where you are. Both Dimensional Rift and Into the Void will boost your movement speed, and they can be stacked together to travel incredibly quickly, allowing Wraith to move around the map at breakneck speed. Her final big advantage is her small hitbox, which makes her a lot harder to hit when compared to more bulky characters. Her running animation is also slightly crouched, making her an even smaller target. Wraith has almost complete freedom when it comes to weapon choice, and the playstyles that go along with them. If you want to sit back and snipe with a rifle, you can, safe in the knowledge that if someone is lining up a shot on you, the voice in your mind will give you a warning, and you can jump into the void to avoid the shot. However, her abilities also allow you to play aggressively and still escape if things go wrong, so shotguns are often a great fit. This flexibility makes her a really popular hero. Many players prefer to use her in an aggressive, close quarters playstyle, but always go with what works best for you and your team. Wraith synergizes really well with heroes like Bangalore and Pathfinder, whose mobility lets them keep up with one another, flanking and outmaneuvering their enemy. Surprising your enemies is also a big part of playing Wraith, and this makes Bloodhound another great character to work with. However, he will also be effective against you, and can warn his team if he senses you're nearby. She's also able to hard counter many ultimates. Bangalore's, Gibraltar's and Caustic's, for example, are useless against her when she can just pass through them using Into the Void. Overall, Wraith is a great assassin-style character who can assist her entire team in flanking her enemies. She's mobile and amazing at getting out of bad situations. However, this is only the basics on how to get started with this legend, so please leave your own tips in the comments below. You never know, a future teammate might be watching this video right now. As always, this is James Vercass saying thanks for watching, and enjoy the game.